What's going on, everybody? DEO Productions here, formerly Basement 15. If you follow me by that username, I'm back. It's been a while. I haven't uploaded a video in a little while, and I still see those click counts and subscribers going up, so that's really a great thing. I appreciate everybody for doing that. Of course, if you're not, go ahead and click subscribe. This is a great channel, and you know what? I'm going to start doing some more videos because I'm seeing everybody else with these video reviews and stuff like that, and it really inspires me. So, really going to start getting back into the video making, but give me some comments what I could do to get better. Of course, watch my videos. I don't have the greatest set, obviously, as you know. Mostly it's just pretty much on my floor. I do need some set, maybe a green screen, something, I don't know. But it would be pretty sweet to get some comments and some suggestions from you guys. So what am I going to be reviewing today? Well, the title pretty much says it. If you don't, check down below, check the title, check the comments, and be sure to click on that subscribe button. Today I'm going to be doing a video that reviews something that just came out, and I think is going to be something that a lot of people are going to be reviewing and wearing. That, of course, is that beautiful beast, the Apple Watch Series 2. Now, let's go ahead and get into some marketing things here, because Apple wants you to think, you know, that they're doing away with all the other Apple Watches, when indeed they're not. Well, I don't want you to think that, but you may think that. What they're going to be doing is they're going to be keeping the Series 2, which is going to have all the latest and greatest updates and gadgets and gadgets and doodads in their various forms. But they're also going to be keeping the original Apple Watch and calling it Series 1. I think they might be phasing away with the original, but they're going to be taking some of the variations of the original and actually including some of the hardware updates, such as the dual-core processor, and I think the upgraded RAM, as well as the battery life that's supposed to be upgraded as well. But they are going to be leaving out the GPS, and they are going to be leaving out the waterproofing. So if those are two areas that you need or want or were expecting to get on the next Apple Watch, it's not going to be there for the Series 1. Now, obviously, it's going to be about $100 cheaper. That seems to be Apple's approach to pricing, is dropping $100 and everybody's going to buy it. Obviously, right now, there's some flash sales on those at Best Buy, Target, stuff like that. So get online, check that out, and you could definitely get some better pricing on that. But this version is pretty much below the creme de la creme. There is a couple different variations higher than this, but really this is what few people would be buying, but most people can be buying the sport model. But this is the Apple Watch 42mm space black stainless steel with the black sport band. As you can see there, Series 2. The box, of course, not changing really from the first edition of the Apple Watch. And you've got your Apple Watch etched in the box up top here. On the other side of the box, you really don't have much. You've got the film. On the bottom, you've got the UPC and what it includes, which is the band, the Apple Watch magnetic charging cable, USB power adapter, pretty much Apple's standard boxing mechanism. Now, this is completely unboxed. I did not even take the film off. It did not open it, so this is the first time I'm seeing this, and I'm sure a lot of first-time viewers here as well that are going to be seeing this watch for the first time, because it is new, and if you're on pre-order, it could still be coming to you. I actually was lucky to go to Best Buy and actually pick up this model. Now, this does retail for $5.99. I believe the Sport Band Sport model, the aluminum case, is $3.99. $3.49 for the 38mm. Of course, comes in two variations, 38 and 42. 42 being the bigger of the two, but the $50 more expensive one. And then, of course, you can get many different types of bands, from the typical sport band to your Hermes band, to your Milanese loop, to your leather band, and so on and so forth. Of course, those are going to set you back $150 if you don't get aftermarket third-party bands. Wow, that's a lot of money. So I'm not into that. I just went ahead with the sport band since I'm doing a lot of exercise. I'm doing a lot of outside activities, so that is important to me. So let's go ahead without further ado and open up this bad boy. Got a green little tab here. It says go ahead and open it up, man. I'll tell you what, Apple's packaging is phenomenal. They really knock it out of the park every single time with every single device they've ever made. The box, it is heavy. I'll get into the specifications of the watch size and that later, but there's your film. I mean, even the plastic, guys. This is not some like chintzy Meyer plastic. This is heavy-duty plastic. I'm just impressed by Apple's packaging. I've always been a big fan of Apple's packaging. Thick cardboard box, all white. That's the typical design. I mean, you couldn't paint a wall whiter than this. So this is pretty awesome. Box very, very heavy. You would think there's gold in here, and we'll talk about gold in a minute. They did do something a little bit different with the gold. I'll go ahead and pull this beautiful thing off. And, you know, nothing standard about the inside of the box. I do like to do a very in-depth review, as many of my users know. Or subscribers, I should say, not users. And then you come to this beautiful beast. It's going to let me take it out without pulling the other tab. It will not. I'll set you guys down for just a moment. So we have that, and we'll set that aside for now. We've got the designed by Apple in California. This is just your how-to, your stickers, your guide to the Apple Watch, and that infamous Apple smell. Again, I mean, this is some pretty good design. Now, obviously, if you got the gold, you got a nice, beautiful package, and the charging block was gold plated on the outside. Not so here, but still really, really nice. You get your standard power adapter. This is an Apple area where I think Apple could probably improve on, maybe make it some kind of fast charging adapter, but again, just your standard square adapter. They haven't changed it in the last 50,000 years. And this is your cable. Now, of course, if you get the stainless model, it is going to be stainless on the outside of the charging brick. Again, I call it a brick. It's a charging port, charging block, whatever you want to call it. It's magnetic, so it affixes to the back side of the watch. What you get is a nice stainless rim on the outside and the bottom. If you get the aluminum, you actually just get a white. It's just white all the way around. It's plastic. Nothing special there. Your standard short Apple cable, they don't seem to like to include long cables with anything. You know what? That's fairly long. That's longer than your standard phone cable, so I got no complaints there. And a lot of your heft, again, does come from the box. This is a very solid, well-designed box. Apple spends some money in that department, making sure if you're going to spend $600 for this beast, then you might as well have a unboxing experience like no other. So once you get it out of the big box, you have to get it out of some more packaging in a plastic little box. Now, you could probably drop this downhill about 1,000 times and it's not going to get shook up in any way, shape, or form because of the amount of protection it has around it. This is a hard shell case that it has, and most people are going to be either storing that away or throwing it away, and throwing away all the plastic and other crap, and just keeping this beautiful case. You could use this as some kind of a nightstand. You could use this in other variations as well. So let's go ahead and... there she is. Probably should maybe ad-lib some sound in there. I'm not sure if I did another review, but I never posted it. The material on the inside of this watch, it's not just plastic. It's not foam. It feels like it's a very nice material. Take my word for it. And of course, they've got the cutout for the top of the Apple Watch here, and the Apple Watch in the bottom there. So, really nice design. Apple really kills it on all their packaging and stuff like that. So, again, they spent a lot of money in that department. And you've got that. So here it is. Let me go ahead and take some of this nonsense wrapping off of it. And what I like about the stainless, the space black, is it just makes it look like one seamless piece of glass. There's absolutely zero. You almost see no separation between the metal, the outside of the watch, and the glass. I mean, it really is just amazing. But, of course, your stainless is going to be a fingerprint model. But, again, nothing changed here from the original edition of the Apple Watch in terms of shape or size. It literally just got an internal upgrade. Now, of course, it was a little bit heavier and a teensy bit thicker, I think, than the original, just because of the battery life in there. But they have done an internal beefing, and makes it really, really a nice design to have. So I'll put that down. I'm going to read over some specs because, of course, we want to know exactly what this thing is packing. We are talking about, you have two options, aluminum or stainless, and now a ceramic option. They are taking away the gold Apple iWatch that was like $10,000 or $20,000. I think it was a stupid thing anyway, because not even celebrities who have iPhones are probably going to pick that up. I mean, it's useless. Ceramic version is going to be heavier, but it's going to be the strongest, the strongest thing they've ever made. Yeah, you got Tim Cook up there, it's the strongest material and the best material ever made, blah, blah, blah. So you have that option that is $1,200 if you were thinking about it, or $1,250. And of course, if you buy other bands with it, it's just going to raise another $150 to $250. So your specs on a 38 millimeter aluminum or stainless are 38.6, 33.3, and 11.4. That is the dimensions. 42, you're looking at 42 and a half, 36.4, and 11.4. Your weight is 34.2 grams for the aluminum, 28.2 for the aluminum, 34.2 for the stainless, and if you're going to get that ceramic, it just bumps it up a whole bunch more, 45.6. They both, all models, Series 1, 2, and the old, have Bluetooth 4.0. They have Wi-Fi B, G, and N. Surprised they didn't include AC, the new type of wireless band out there, but hey. All of your stainless models come with a sapphire crystal display, one of their strongest displays. And of course, you can look up the scratch tests on YouTube and see just what I'm talking about. And then the Ion X comes in the aluminum. This one claims to have, the Series 2 claims to have 18 hours of battery life. Yeah, it depends on exactly what you're using it for. This Series 2 comes with GPS and waterproofing up to 50 meters. Now, you can, again, watch the videos on there and see that it's IPX, I think it was IPX7 rated for splash proof, but this is supposed to be IP60, I believe, 67, just like the iPhone, where I think Apple might have missed out again. Now, IP68 just makes it a little better, but I don't understand why they couldn't have gone IP68. Maybe they're really trying to boost the iPhone 8 when it comes out and make a nice OLED display for that. Speaking of OLED displays, this does have an OLED display, 312 by 390 pixels for the 42 millimeter, 272 by 340 pixels for the 38 millimeter. So some new things that are on this. It is built-in GPS on the Series 2 that is not included on any other series. Your Series 2, or your GPS is going to feature, be able to be independent of the iPhone in a way that just the GPS is. Now, there is the Nike Plus variant of this watch, of course, that is going to, be the same pricing as the aluminum one, but really is with a runner in mind. I don't know. I think that's kind of a marketing tactic in my mind because it's the same freaking thing. I believe it even runs just WatchOS 3. It just maybe makes the GPS a little easier to pull out or whatever. And it looks a lot slicker. It's Nike branded, so you're going to have a nice Nike band on there right out of the box, and it's going to be real lightweight aluminum. Again, I think it's a marketing tactic. It's just another variant to, I think, replace the gold edition that they probably didn't make any money on. They both have, well, this one has water resistance up to 50 meters. We talked about that. And really, the sport band it's a nice band. You're not gonna miss out too much here. And of course, they really followed the detail throughout the watch here and made the connector to the watch stainless black, space black as well. You've got your heart rate sensor on the back. This is 42 millimeter stainless steel. The waterproofing is pretty sweet. They've upgraded all the internals to really make the case very waterproof, but they've also made the speakers now vibrate the water outside of the system when it gets in. Yeah, very interesting in my mind. So we'll see how that goes. I still wouldn't recommend swimming with it, as Apple doesn't recommend, but I don't know. That's just me. I don't want to spend $600 on a watch, and yeah, I know it's swim proof and all that garbage, but I don't know. I just don't want to risk it. Same with the iPhone. And it's great for drops and accidental splashes, but I really don't think taking it swimming and taking a picture with it's the best thing you could possibly do. You have your digital crown here up at the top that I believe that's one of the things you have to do to actually expel the water from the speaker ports, from the speaker grill. You've got your on-off button and your home button, I believe, here. WatchOS 3 is a whole new feature, whole new ball game there. You can watch several videos about that. I'm looking to do a practicality video of this, but I wanted to do an unboxing video first for you guys because I understand that you want to get the basics of information. Would I recommend the Apple Watch? Yes and no. If you have the Apple Watch 1, the very original, maybe take a look at possibly upgrading to Series 1. I don't, unless you're a hardcore swimmer and you really need to have that functionality, or you're a hardcore runner and you just hate taking your phone with you, but just be aware that if you do use a GPS, it's going to kill your battery. And the waterproofing, it's scary. It still is scary, but hey, if you've never owned an Apple Watch, you can get a flash sale on this puppy. I would recommend it. It's finally, I think, where the Series 1 should have originally been. I think they missed the ball with it, but people still bought the crap out of it. But I think it's starting to finally compete in the health area with the Nike variant of some of the big players in the game. Of course, Fitbit is still going to be your big player. Garmin's still going to be your big player, but I think Apple's finally getting it. That there are people out there that want the smartwatch capabilities, but the fitness capabilities as well. So I think if you get an extra $600 to spend, you want to go buy a stainless steel, that's great, but the aluminum's going to do you just fine. All the bands and stuff you could find third party out there. I really don't think anybody should spend $150 on a band. Always, though, I think it's a huge advantage to buy Apple Care or some kind of plan with it, because these are watches. These are daily drivers. These are something that can get broken, scratched, chipped, stolen, whatever. Of course, Apple Care comes with 2 instances of accidental damage. Huge in my mind. So that's a big one for me. If you want the ceramic option, hey, go for it. But I don't think anybody needs a ceramic option in my mind. But that's really it. I mean, so would I recommend it? If you don't have an Apple Watch and you can find a flash sale and you need those options, yes. Not so much if you've already got the original and you can't live without the other options. But there are other players out there, Fitbit, Garmin. Look them up. The Fitbit Blaze. I have a Fitbit Blaze. Great option. A little bit different than the other Charge and Charge HR, but it's a great option. The Garmin Vivo Fit and the Vivo Active. You can reach out to my somebody I subscribe to, Riz Knows out there, man. He's got some great reviews of those. And, I mean, other great reviewers out there, your average consumer. And if you need anything with Apple-related products, everything Apple Pro here is great. Great, too. Everything Apple Pro. So, that's it, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. Do whatever you can to support the channel, and I will make sure to get back to all your comments. Of course, hit me up with any gear you'd like me to see me review. Any gear you think I should get to make my videos better. And, of course, always subscribe. It always helps me out and helps others out to find me a bit better and maybe get a little more educated view of some of these new products out there. Again, this is the Apple Watch Series 2. I thank you for watching. I'm going to try to get some practicality videos out there. But again, I appreciate everybody's support and have a great day.